the next topic of discussion, Playmates toys. Now, you might be curious, Playmates, that sounds familiar. Well, they're the company that brought us the original Turtles figures that we know and loved, and that were like trailblazers in their field and just did so many cool things for action figures, and we owe them a lot. Like, they did a great job of setting the stage, and a lot of things that we learned from toy companies and everything like that. They did a great job with that line, and they're still near and dear to our hearts, but I want them to be better. And unfortunately, they have kind of not really been there for us. And I don't mean to be so negative about it, but I've seen what they can do, and I just want them to do that or better. And I hopefully this is coming out the right way. But nevertheless, they're making strides in their TMNT Versus series that they've been putting out. Now, the last time that we've seen, well, a couple of things we've seen from them recently is some reissues of the Turtle Van. I think you could see somewhere back here, up here somewhere. They reissued some of the older stuff, which was cool, and the box art looks nice and all that. But most recently, we've seen them put out these reissues of figures that have been out for at least 10 years. And if you want to hear us talk about them, I believe they were referred to as the Classics line of action figures. You can go back to Turtle Soup episode 0. Which I think we're on 200.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, 285 is what we're on now. So you can go back to episode 0 and listen to us talk about these sculpts and these figures that Playmates are still putting out and just repainting them. And they just revealed that they're going to be doing it again. Now, the last time that we saw these, or most recently, was where they reissued all of the 4 Turtles with Bebop and Rocksteady, who've already been out before in that same line, which looked interesting but not great, and then a new version of the Triceraton and Shredder. Thought that was the end of it. No, they came back with the TMNT versus Cobra Kai figures that you can still find collecting dust on your shelf at your local Target. And now they are doubling down, tripling down, whatever, just going down this rabbit hole of just putting out these same figures. And we're going to take a look at them real quick. Let's see. They just announced that they're going to be doing a partnership with Street Fighter now in their Versus series. So this, what you're seeing on screen right here, is Leonardo versus Ryu. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, like, I don't know. There's just a lot. I'll say my opinions for a second. But the basis of what they put out was Playmates is going to be doing the TMNT Versus line now with Street Fighter. These figures are coming out in the fall, at least Ryu and Leo and Chun-Li and Michelangelo. They will be coming out this fall. The others that are announced are Raphael and Guile, as well as Don versus Ken. And these are in the 6-inch scale of action figure, like 1/12 scale kind of thing. And they will include backdrop, like it's going to be a window box with a backdrop that you can see in the photo here of famous Street Fighter stages. So like this is Chun-Li's stage from Street Fighter 2. And like I said, it's going to be due out this fall. And now, this should be like peanut butter and chocolate, at least for me, because I know for my co-host that this doesn't ring true. But for me, 2 great things together should make it better. However, 2 properties that I absolutely love just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't know. I've got a lot of feelings about this. But Ryan, what's your take on this, Ryan?
Can I have some time alone with Leo?
With Leo
and
Ryu?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah. Can I Ryu? Excuse me. Can I have a little time alone?
Yeah.
with the Turtletarians and our fine viewers and these 2 fellas.
Here you go. There you go.
Okay. Can I get in on Leo? Can we feature Leo? Right
there we go.
On the screen. Thank you. What? So we talked a lot about, like, yes, these sculpts are very old. Okay. I don't know what the combination of line work / wash is happening with the head and chest area, but it looks garish.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I usually in these kind of segments, I I kind of like reserve some of this kind of talk. I don't, this is an informative show, right? We're trying to let you know what's going out, but like, I'm going to take a quick second with my opinion on this one. So I have a background in like miniature hobby painting. Okay. And painted hundreds of models and learned to paint up and learned a lot of things about paint apps that I didn't know. You know what I mean? And the action figure world is not always the world of hobby miniature painting. Okay. Like we discussed that on the show as well. However, this particular example, I often praise lines when they take the time to put that wash in, when they do that black line work. I love that stuff. I mean, just in an earlier segment, I praised NECA for the work on Baxter, who I don't really care for the look of the figure, but I cared for the application of the paint, and I mean, it's just NECA quality. And I understand that NECA is not Playmates, and I understand that, whatever, but that right there could be one of the kind of roughest paint apps on any like commercially released figure that I've ever seen. Can we go on to the next? And we're not even going to talk about the Street Fighter figure. I mean, it's it floats around your room when you were a kid, and then it falls under the bed, you lose it. But once again, I mean, like, what is up with the focusing in on the head and the chest, and then the rest of it? There's no line work. That looks so awkward. Like, and it just resculpt the turtles, guys. Do something.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But like, you're not. Your sculpt is old. The sculpt is aged.
It is.
And I don't know. In these 2-packs, which is tough, right? Because we saw the Karate Kid.
The Cobra Kai.
That's not the name. Cobra Kai, whatever. You know what I mean? We saw the Cobra Kai 2-packs, and we talked about some of that and how that might be. But this in particular is one of the more disappointing paint applications on an old sculpt that I've seen so far. I don't see how most collectors, adult collectors, are buyers here, unless they don't have that sculpt already, like of that turtle, and they're looking to repaint themselves. Frankly,
that's true. Yeah, I can see
this
that.
Is a figure. This is an action figure I might pick up on sale, or if I have some extra money to do a full on repaint. I'm talking prime up, like primer and up. I'm going to repaint the whole figure.
Yeah,
because that in particular is just rough.
It is.
And so that's how I kind of feel about it. I don't know. I mean, I had to stop for a second on that because the paint, it's not so much like the wash detail or the lining detail. It's not that. It's that it's just the buck and the head.
Yeah, it doesn't extend anywhere else. Like, it would be one thing if they went all over the figure with it. That would be different. Yes. We'd be talking different, because the thing is that I don't actually hate these sculpts. I still have all four of those figures.
No.
And they look. The only thing I do hate about them are the articulated fingers. Like, the articulated fingers, it's a cool idea. I don't think it works really well in practice. But everything else about these figures, it's okay, but they could make it better. But the fact that it almost be better if they didn't repaint it and just left it kind of there.
Exactly. Just sell it. Just maybe people, in 10 years there's been many generations of new collectors who have come into the game. And you know what? Every year is someone's first year of collecting action figures, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, like, every day is someone's first day, right? Every day is someone's first action figure they bought and go, I might collect these, right? So hope springs eternal when it comes to these sculpts. Like I said, the thing is, listen to us 10 years ago on our podcast talk about how awesome this sculpt is, how great it is in hand. And that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
All I'm kind of saying.
Yeah.
And the sculpts are great, but they're 10 years old, and it looks like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't, like I said, I normally don't take a lot of time just to really roast something. You know what I mean? But that here, like I said, and once again, if you're interested in these, or you have plans for them, or you like them, let us know. I mean, I in the comments, I would love to know. Maybe I'm just off base here.
Yeah.
But the turtle shell looks like a weird, like well done lasagna. Like it's just you know what I mean? It looks like you put the broiler on and you were
That's
like,
the best
and you were like,
That's the best I've heard it described.
You know what I mean?
That's amazing. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
you put that broiler on the very end, and that's where you go. Oh, we're pulling this thing out right now. It's gonna be
Right.
delicious. Right. But I don't know if that's what you want on the buck of your action figure. So
especially
there's
especially if it doesn't match the figure that it's included with. Like
Yes.
if Ryu and Chun Li were had similar deco, that'd be one thing. But no, they look clean as hell, and it's just not right. Now I love the idea of the verses. I love this. I'm all about that. If they had given more money to this and gave us if not a new sculpt, a whole new sculpt, then maybe more money on the paint job and made it more like uniform, I would be all about this. I would think that this would be a good idea.
Of course.
And especially if it was going to lead to another more affordable Street Fighter line, because right now the only Street Fighter lines that I recall is that Storm Collectibles have theirs, but those are that's like $50 if not more a figure. Same thing with SH Figure Arts once they pick that back up again. Those figures are fantastic, but like,
and you get what you pay for in SH Figure Arts and other more like high end stuff. I think.
Absolutely,
you have to. You know what I mean? So it's not like, and look, like at the lower price point, 2-pack price point, like for big box stores, like nothing's wrong with that,
right?
But like, let's go like with the wash and line work all the way through. Like, if you want to sell me like a shrouded kind of like dirty, like shaded looking turtle, give me the whole thing.
Right.
Give me the whole thing, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes, and you and I have like reviewing figures in the past. Like that was some like, we just from being on the journey, we know that the late 90s action figures, as we go forward, in the late 90s, we had to stop and say, like, why'd they stop painting things?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was our big refrain. Like, why are they not painting like cables and different like straps anymore? Like, what is that? And it's the same thing here. You want to save yourself a few pennies. I understand profit's a big thing, but like, at what point do you cut your own knees out? Do you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that like they're supposed to be sold together, and then like the other the Street Fighter has like zero wash or line work is just like weird.
It's absurd,
and I don't like it.
Now, one thing,
so
I could brightside this, or not brightside it, but I guess what we would say on the show, new drink. But like, would be is if Playmates they leaned into this, like kind of like 8 Miling it, where Eminem's using it, his lines, what his enemy's going to use against him.
We got to find more references, because all of our references are like early to mid aughts references, and
it's true. We're short our age.
Like, figure it out.
Yeah, most people don't remember who Eminem is anyway. But like if they leaned into it, they don't want to spend the money on the wash. We'll make it to where, if you want, like, they're going to still put out an okay product, but like lean into that, be like, you can paint it yourself. Like, or like show like this could be how you could do it. Here's an idea how to like paint these yourself, and like that would be like something really neat to inspire the community that already does this stuff anyway. Like a ton of collectors are customizers just because you dabble, like you do a little bit of like line work like with a pen or something on some things. Like that's what happened with Playmates 2012 figures. Those 2012 the Nick Turtles Playmates figures, fantastic. That's a great line of action figures.
Were so good.
Sculpts were amazing, and like the limited articulation, but for the price point, they were fantastic. And absolutely. The detail in them, there wasn't paint, but you could throw a black wash on there, and you would instantly get like a much better figure. And I think that led to a lot of people like dabbling with customization. And Playmates, if you're listening, you should lean into that, because you're really good at making figures, especially at that lower price point. Just not paint it, and just encourage people like on tips on how to paint things, and you might find yourself in like a wealth of like a whole new realm of action figure in the toy aisle that we haven't seen. And I would be more inclined to give you my money.
Partner up with Tamiya.
Yeah.
Partner up with Tamiya. Tamiya, I think, is what it's actually supposed to be called. Partner up with Tamiya. Get some like oil wash in that thing, or like a little thing of it, or something like that, or something. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason that you can't like attract that kind of like stuff. And it'd be a lot of fun with an old sculpt. If you want to resculpt the turtles,
Yeah.
And you want to do whole new paint apps, and you want to step up. You don't got to sell toys to have them painted. But if you're gonna take the old sculpts, like kind of semi-retire them, put them out as bare plastic, dude. That'd be ridiculous. Don't paint them. Put them out as bare plastic and be like, let's go, paint them up, kids.
I mean,
like,
McFarlane's been doing that with the 40K figures and the
40K stuff,
DC stuff,
and we're all going nuts over it.
Yeah,
like we just can't we can't compute on how badass that is.
Right.
So let's go. I mean, that's where I'm at. But anyway, if you're into the Playmates stuff, let us know this release, and if you have plans or you have opinions, let us know in the comments. I'm very curious.